Greetings, programs. Welcome back to ArcNeo Reviews. So, a little bit of a shorter video today, which I know is probably a bummer because it's so rare I put stuff out anyway. But while I don't normally do full reviews for repaints, today's figure definitely deserves a full review. We're looking at Deluxe Class Transformers Prime Dead End, and this is a spectacular figure. I am so excited to finally own this thing. As you can see, this is a remold of the Transformers Prime Deluxe Class Wheeljack. There were a bunch of repaints of that mold. It was a good mold. It's like me, as someone who's gone on the record multiple times about not being too keen on, most car formers. I love this thing. This is a great mold. This is my personal favorite version of it even, so I'm pretty excited to have this. I don't have my Wheeljack on hand at the moment, by the way. I own him, but he's in storage. There's other stuff in front of where he's stored. I can't get to him right now. Hey, here's a link to Wheeljack's video. There you go. But yeah, this is a really pretty repaint. I love just the insanity of the colors all over the place here. He does still store his swords the same way that the Wheeljack version does. Go ahead and pop these off here. So you can see just little tabs right there, and then some slots in the handle of the sword. If you want, you can also do the weird looking, tusk car, because there are little tabs, obviously, right here. So you can do that and have a attack mode car, or be a little bit more reasonable and just put them like that here on the back. For being a bit of an older figure, this guy feels kind of modern with all his options for weapon storage, which is pretty neat. He rolls like really well. He's got some of those really nice pinned wheels, so I will draw attention to that. This is a quality figure all around. Transformation is exactly the same as Wheeljack, so I'm not going to go over it in too much detail. Obviously, the other video, I spelled it out a lot more thoroughly. So I will just go ahead and get it done here, but just go ahead, bring these parts out for the arms, pull this out, rotate it around, push it back in, put the hand in place. Same thing over here. Just gotta bring these posts out a bit for clearance for other steps. Untab this part from right there in what is about to become the legs. Bring these orange sections up. And just kind of do what you can to get them vertical ahead of time. Fold this panel down. Shift it on this double hinge here to reveal the face. That tab will then slot in right there, as well as little tabs right here will slot into the orange sections here to hold the shoulders in place. Open these up. Go ahead and adjust his shoulders. Split the legs. Rotate the leg into place. Take this piece, rotate it down and around. Grab this piece, shift it up, rotate it around, and bring out the foot. Same thing over here, but from a different angle this time. And there you go. There you have Dead End in his robot mode. And this thing is so cool. I love this figure so stinking much. I've got a couple like kind of loose joints on mine. This is a 15-year-old figure. A couple loose-ish joints are to be expected. I can fix them later. I just haven't yet. But let's bring him in close here so you can get a good look at that face that the camera does not want to focus on. He's even scaring my camera. I believe this guy is one of the, horror cons, they had called him, in Transformers Prime, where he's, effectively a Energon zombie, just a reanimated husk sort of thing. I'm not sure, but he looks like that. I let's be honest, I probably should have reviewed him for a Halloween special, but I'm just too excited to talk about him. He looks great. The head's on a ball joint, so you can look up, look down, a little bit side to side. The shape of the head does hinder that a little bit. A little bit of side of this as well. You've got the post that the shoulder is on that gets you a little bit of in and out right there. You have actually a butterfly joint, which is really probably the rarest joint in Transformers to get. So you've got that. It basically is just making up for the fact that he doesn't have a bicep rotation, but still cool that it's there. You have a double jointed elbow effectively because you've got right here and right here. So you get a really, really good range, and the elbow can even go back the wrong way. Because of how the hand works, the hand can actually rotate in, out, a little bit of up and down tilt, rotation. A lot of options there, which is really nice. Nothing at the waist, which is perfectly forgivable for everything else this guy does. Kicks forward. He does have to kick out a little bit when he kicks forward. Kicks back. Not quite the full splits, but pretty close. Mushroom peg right there for a thigh rotation. Almost 90-degree bend at the knee. Feet go back and forth, and they tilt because they're just attached by a ball joint kind of near the back of the heel. So, overall, yeah, this is such a cool figure. The original Wheeljack is already one of my favorite deluxe class Transformers ever made. Only recently dethroned by Studio Series Bumblebee RC, funny enough. But with the colors and the new head sculpt on this guy, like, the way that the colors are laid out on this guy in his modes, there's those slightly loose joints coming and attacking me, but the way that his colors are laid out, you almost forget that this is a repaint of Wheeljack, because the lines on him are painted differently, and that it tricks the eye into seeing how he's shaped differently. It's a little weird. I wish I could have gotten out my Wheeljack to do a true side-by-side with, but man, either way, this is such a cool figure. He might have already turned around and dethroned Studio Series RC, to be honest, just purely from taking something I already loved and giving it a ridiculous Halloween zombie paint job. So, massive recommendation. Any version of this mold you can get, but this one in particular, hands down my favorite. So, as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.